Hi. Um, today today wasn't great. I didn't really like today. Um, I don't know. Today sucked. And I really want to play Raider. Um, Math was just hard today. I'm in Calculus 3. I was having some trouble, and I'm in the tutor room a lot. So yeah. Well, I'll talk about it in a second. I just want to get this build going. I really want to play Raider. I want to give him another shot at Deep of Night. I actually really like doing these journals. Um, it not only like gives me an excuse to like play some video games, even if my day's been busy, I can also talk about things, which I like. Damn. Well, it's still alright. It's still a good one. Shit, man, should I? Hmm. This. Hmm. This is fine. Ooh, what? Oh. Shit. What should I... Oh, what build? God damn it. Um... Um... Would this be a good relic? Grail thing? Um... Yeah, I'm not really entertaining today. It is nighttime. And I just got back from rehearsal. Um... I know I've said that um I'm not really much of a someone to like show emotion and whatnot. Like, even though I want to, I don't know. But, today, rare occurrence, um, I was like doing my homework in the tutor room for math, and there's this guy in there, this like guy tutor, and he's really cool, and a lot of people know him, and he's super duper cool. But um, I don't know. Like I've never really been tutored by him. Like it's always kind of just him. Oh, damn it. I need something on I need that one relic on this build. Damn it. I knew I was missing something. This is the really good one. Whatever. Um but yeah, I've never really been like tutored by him cuz like every single time I see him, it's like either when he's not working or he's just hanging out in the math room, not on the clock. So it's like either out and about in the real world or like in that math room, but when he's off the clock. So it was pretty rare when I came in today and he was in there working, Calculus 3. And so I was like kind of excited because he's always like, I always know him as this like super intuitive guy. Um, ooh. I always know him as like very intuitive. Um, and just like really like smart, like really good at math. He's a math major, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, um, ooh, this one might be better. I think I'll do this one. Honestly, I could just have both. This might be the build. But, let me save this build. So when, like, Nah, okay, look, like, I know I was gonna say I'm gonna do Deep of Night, but I'm low-key, like, not motivated enough to, like, really try right now. So I'm just gonna do, like, Holster, single player. So, I don't know, I was kind of excited, like, to kind of ask him questions, because the last time I kind of got tutored by him was, like, last year in Calculus 2, and he was pretty good. But, I don't know, today was just such a bad day. Like, recently I've just been, like, sort of down, like, still on the up and up. Like, I'm still a cool guy, I think. But, like, you know, a lot of stuff has been happening in my life, like, the stuff, like I've said in my previous journals and whatnot. And thoughts are occurring. Oh, yeah, there's no, since this isn't Deep of Night, I don't have the post-damage thing, but I don't need it. Let's see. Yeah, this is the build. Yeah, so I haven't been taught by him in a long time, but I always, I had a good impression. But, not a lot of impressions, because it wasn't often... Hello? There we go. It wasn't often that, he would tutor me. So anyways, yes, I was looking forward to it. That took forever to say, but I was looking forward to it. But, I was having some trouble, because there's a lot of, like, teacher today... I start my day off at 8:30 a.m. Calculus 3. Very early in the morning. Not as early as high school, but still pretty early in the morning for Calculus 3, in my opinion. And my teacher isn't known for being the best. He actually has like a 1.1 on Rate My Professor or something like that. So, good to keep in mind. But, I mean, I don't think he's all that bad. But today was definitely a not good day for this teacher, because he was just yapping and it was going nowhere. Like, I was not following, and the dude next to me was like, "Are you getting this shit?" I'm like, fuck no. Fuck no, I'm not getting this. This is horrible. And so yeah, like, and I didn't even do that good. Jesus. I didn't even do as good as I wanted to on the first exam. Like, I thought I did good, but then I got like a C. Or it was like honestly high D or something like that. It was like 28 out of 45. I'm like, good fucking god. Like, and like, rarely will it happen where I'm like, I feel good about a test and then do bad on it. Like, that doesn't happen often. So I was pretty like shocked and upset, and honestly I felt useless, especially when I compare myself to other people in my life and they're really good at the things they do, like violin teacher, for example, good at a lot of things. Me, I've got my academics, that's the, I'm an honors student, I should be good at academics, but here I am freaking not doing too hot. It feels horrible to like do bad. Like, if you're anything like me, if anyone is like me, I don't know. A lot of the people I know say like I'm an enigma or whatever. Like, I've never met someone quite like you. Cool. Yeah, but that sucked. That class. Shit. Should I kill this guy? It's not Deep of Night. I think I got it, and it's solos. Perfectly timed. I'm at least good at video games, but that's not the only thing I want to be good at. That's kind of sad. Alright, let's get this crit. Are we fucking serious? Whatever. Oh. Raider is what I needed for therapy today. Holy shit. This is really satisfying. Will I get the crit this time? I'm just happy this guy hasn't started charging. But anyways, yeah, I was doing the homework for today, and it's due at the end of the night tonight. I've already done it, because I'm goated. But, you know, I was sitting there and tutoring, hoping for some help on it, and, you know, I asked the tutor guy, like, hey, like, you know, I've been having trouble, like, understanding just the definitions of a lot of things. And so I kind of, like, ask him for a reminder on the definition of a limit, because it's not something that gets touched on, because in Calculus 1, you learn what a limit is, and then it's not really, like, talked about much after that, because then it's just, like, derivatives. So I was asking him, like, can you remind me of the definition of a derivative? And he proceeds to just talk, like, very condescendingly to me about, like, oh, well, if I made it through Calc 1 and I didn't know what a definition of a limit was right now, I'd feel robbed. Okay, cool. Can you, like, tell me? Sorry, I forgot. In my head, like, I was saying that. So, I don't know. It wasn't fun, and you know how I was saying I'm not really an emotional guy? I was tearing up. Like, just from, like, not doing good recently, academically. Like, still, like, A's, B's, and then, you know, I have a C, which is upsetting me. I don't know. I was really upset, and I was starting to tear up, so I thought it would best I leave and just finish the rest on my own. Because I was, like, kind of getting it by myself, but I just wanted to brush up on my definitions. Of course it took effort. Of course it did. But, you know, wanting to brush up on these definitions, I like to understand things, like, at its root. I like to know what's happening. I like to know the definition of things. I like to know what the formula is doing, right? So, like, when I start asking for definitions on, yes, stuff I learned in Calc 1, but I still, you know, what's the harm in brushing up on stuff? Like, I'm human. I'm allowed to forget things. I'm not, like, some omnipotent, like, once I hear it once, I'll remember it forever for the rest of my life. I don't know. She just really upset me. And, like, no fault to him. Like, I'm sure he said it in a joking way. Like, because he's like a fun guy. He's someone that I feel like I could never have a serious conversation with. And I've even tried. Like, I've tried asking him, like, hey, how was your weekend? Like, just not a serious, but, like, you know, a normal conversation. And he just, like, rips jokes the whole time, you know? Like, it's like, I didn't actually hear about his weekend. I just heard about little quips and jokes that he's telling me right now. So, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't feel close enough to me to, like, talk about that stuff. But I don't know, when I see him talk to other people, it's also always funny. So it's just like an assumption that I've made. Yeah, so that was the first part of my day, and it was upsetting. And then my honors class wasn't too bad. I actually had a bit of fun. But that was the only good part of my day. Because then it was time for rehearsal, and I did decent. Oh shit. I've actually got to be careful here. Here, we'll pop her damage back. And I'm gonna use one stick to poise. Oh shit. Oh, wow, typical Raider, just attacks will go right over their heads. Fucking amazing. Ooh. Jesus. That's my only least favorite part of Raider, is how your, like, normal attacks, like his normal moveset for Colossals when you're one-handing them is so ass. Like, and also aim punch. Like, my attacks will sometimes just go straight over the enemy. Surprise Surf wasn't frozen. That was an upsetting part of my day, and then it was rehearsal. And before rehearsal, I like took it upon myself to like kind of practice a little bit, like because I had gone over to her house before, and you know, it was like that rice purity test and everything I already talked about, and how we had practiced violin and I learned a lot. But I wanted to practice the things I had learned that day that were violin related. Oh shit. And I did, and I felt like I did pretty alright. Like, there's these 2 songs I'm working on. I've kind of mastered the one song that I had trouble with that one time that really upset me. So it was nice to kind of get that down. But that song is supposed to transition into another one, and I was working on that transition and like getting the other song. But it didn't go perfectly. Like, I could really only play half of the second song. So it wasn't as hopeless as the first time. But still, wish I could do a little better. And also, she was kind of expecting me, because, you know, she sits next to me, right? So I'm starting to pluck along to the other songs, like percussion type shit. And she's kind of expecting me to kind of understand and sight read and everything, and I'm not that good yet. And I've told her that I'm not that good, but she's still kind of expecting me to do it. And it's really frustrating, because I want to make her proud. But, you know, disappointing her like that is kind of upsetting. And also, we don't really talk. I realize we don't really have anything besides violin, so it's more so just like I've kind of I wouldn't say, I don't know, like I'm definitely not as infatuated with her as I used to, just from finding out how talented and much older and mature she is than me. So there's that, but I can still admire her and be friends with her, I think. Yeah, that's what I think. That was my day today. Not an insanely long story like last time. I did mention that, I mean, yeah, I was pretty sad today. But lately I've been thinking about, like, so, you know how I liked my violin instructor, right? Even, I mean, you could argue I still like her, but I don't know what my feelings even are right now. It's really hard to tell, especially with me. I have issues with this kind of stuff. But I, like, fuck, where was I even going with this, man? I always lose my train of thought. You know, I actually listened to my own journal the other day for fun, to kind of see what it was like to listen to me. And I actually talk way better than I think. So I need to stop being so pessimistic about that. Like, even though I feel as if my train of thought is everywhere at once, it's actually not so bad. 1, 2. I was expecting the third. 1, 2. I was expecting the third again. 1. This is really relaxing. I also haven't been rock climbing because my joints hurt recently from rock climbing. Like, I think I've been climbing too hard. So I've lost an outlet temporarily, an outlet for my stress. Also, I've been really busy academically. Like, tomorrow's schedule is like, I have to do a stats exam, computational, so that sucks, because stats sucks. And then I've got to do this write-up for honors sociology, this event I went to. And then after that, I've got to find 7 sources for a research paper I'm going to be writing for an honors class. And then on top of that, there was one more thing I had to do for tomorrow that I want to do. I'm forgetting what it was. I'm looking at my reminders right now. Oh yeah, and then there's a project for that same honors sociology class. And then on top of those 4 things that I have to get done within those 24 hours, there's also, like, you know, I have something due October 2nd, which is more math, so I've got to get that done either tomorrow or the day after, or, you know, day of that it's due. And then on top of all of that, I have to make sure I'm practicing violin, because I'm clearly not good enough for these people. I don't know. And then on top of all of that, I want to play video games and rock climb. Like, I'm honestly sort of thankful that my joints hurt, because I would not be able to resist rock climbing if I was feeling perfectly fine. I don't know. It's been incredibly stressful. Not just my personal feelings have been a little stressful recently, but academically I've been feeling stressed. My mom texted me today asking how I was doing, because I haven't messaged her in like over a week because I've been busy. I was kind of happy about that. And I also found some good music today. I'm listening to it right now on loop, because I'm a big fan of Amori, I would say, the video game. And the music in it is so good. Like, and so I found this, like, piano, like, covers of a lot of songs. So I've been looping See You Tomorrow by Alan's Piano. Are we fucking serious? Yeah, whatever, just take me. I don't want to deal with this shitty-ass Everjail boss. Take me away. Take me. Oh shit. Whatever. Can I jump over that? Clearly not. This boss is extremely annoying. Please die. Fuck. There we go. Wow, I'm far. I need to go straight to Nocstella. The Master of Bubbles was felled. I didn't know she was called that. It's kind of funny. Yeah, and also, man, I forgot to mention this, but, you know, recently I had the thought that, like, what if I'm just not enjoyable to hang around? Like, am I not a fun person? Because I've been getting canceled on quite a bit recently, and I really don't want it to be the fact that people don't like me, but it's starting to be a thought that I've had recently, especially after my math tutor was so condescending to me. And there are some cool people in my life, like some of the other tutors are really cool, and we always have fun conversations. But it really seems like the majority of people recently, like, I don't know. Like, I invited my violin teacher's roommates to rock climb with me, and they were extremely busy. Of course, they had a capstone class for the seniors. So, and I'm a sophomore, and I was talking about how they're much older than me, so of course they're going to be more busy and more mature. But it's still sad, to me at least, because then on top of that, I had also invited that, my lesbian, you know, best friend essentially, to rock climb that same day, and she also said she couldn't. She was just feeling tired, I guess. And then on top of all of that, the guy who said he was going to meet me there, he's a regular at the rock wall too, and we're buds. He's really cool. And this I don't even hold this against him. He's a master's student. He was busy grading for the classes he teaches and the work he's doing. But I don't know, he told me like he had forgotten to rock climb that day after he said he would. So it's like, it just like kind of sucked. Because I was kind of hyping myself like, alright, I'm going to hang out with a bunch of people today. It might be a bit exhausting, but I'll get through it. And then no one ended up hanging out with me. Which is like, as an introvert, that's not necessarily a bad thing to hear. But it's also concerning that, I don't know. The more I talk, the more I sound like, you have to hang out with me. You don't have to hang out with me. But don't get my hopes up, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a bitch. Yeah. Even if I start having less friends or people don't want to hang out with me, I still have my online friends who I've been friends with for a very long time. Like that guy from yesterday in yesterday's journal, D1 Stortion, or I'm sure he's fine with me saying his name. His name's David. I call him David. He's like, we've been really close for a few years now, and he's just awesome. He's still in high school though. He is a senior this year, I think. I think so. I think he's a senior this year. He's always been super cool. We met while I was still in high school, so it's not like I was like trying to find, like, getting with the hip youth sort of thing. Wow. Deep of Night is so hard, like, cause this is so relaxing, playing like this. Even after the buff, Raider's skill can still miss quite a bit. Might be my fault. I've been kind of enjoying violin recently, though. Just like by myself sort of deal. Damn. Alright. Yeah, violin's been really fun. I, like, especially after that practice this weekend, and honestly, today's rehearsal wasn't even bad. I even got a voice memo, like, I was taking a voice memo on my phone of all the songs, so I could practice even more efficiently on my own, without having to bother my violin tutor, which is really nice. I think I'll make good use of that when I'm not busy. But sometimes I think to myself, like, I hate making up excuses like, oh, I've been so busy recently, because then I think about my violin tutor and I think of just other people in general, and I'm like, their schedule just sounds so much more horrid than I do. Like, the tutors in the MAP room, most of them are engineering majors, and they go through hell, man. They're, like, taking 18 credit hours sorts of hell. So, it's like, am I even allowed to feel stressed? You know what, I'll just cockle. I don't care. I don't really care for the timing. Oh. I forgot that I had a hitbox. I think it'll die to the rot. Or it might expire soon. Okay. Learn something new every day. I don't really care. What else? I don't know. How are my listeners doing? I hope everything is alright. I hope my friends are doing good. I hope my friends aren't stressed. Although I think they are because we're all college students. I hope they have time for hobbies. I really hope my violin tutor has fun this week, because I'm pretty sure I remember her saying her sister is visiting from Wednesday to Sunday, I'm pretty sure. I need to hurry and get this ability. Ugh. Sorry, I'm like still digesting. I had a very late dinner. Practice went a lot later than I thought. Also, I kind of do want to talk about the dynamic my violin tutor and I have. Just because, like... Or just, no, not just the violin tutor. People in general. Like, I don't know if it's, like, my personality or... Like, I'm having a really hard time. Like, just freaking putting myself out there, even to my own friends. Like, I don't know, she was like occasionally remarking something to me about like what we're doing. Oh, that's right, I gotta buy a Wending Grace from this merchant. I forgot, in solos mode. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to get attention too. Like, even though when I'm not, like, sometimes when I do this journal, I feel like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. You know, sort of something like that. But of course this is for myself. No one's actually listening. Even my friends that have found this video journal, I think Akuna, he's one of the good online friends I was talking about. Biggest hater. Day one hater, bro. Ooh. I think since this is not Deep of Night, I'll just take more damage for the fuck of it. He doesn't really listen to these. Like, he probably listens to like the first 5 seconds. And then Robot Duke, the other one, who commented and then deleted his own comment and told me, hey, why'd you delete my comment? He probably also doesn't listen to these. But I feel like I can't really talk too deep with any of my friends, besides David, of course. Because anytime I sort of mention this story to anyone besides David, of course, I feel like I'm just like being a bother. Because I hear all my friends, honestly even David has complained about this to me, which makes me a bit hesitant to talk about my feelings. But he's like, oh, one of my friends told me like, oh, I hate falling in love. And like, he just seems like he was bothered by it. Like, you know, he doesn't really want to engage in the conversation. So I'm like, I hope I'm not being too much of a burden on my friends. That's kind of why I wanted to start a journal, because I don't feel comfortable talking to people about things. So I might as well talk to a journal about it. I forgot to buy the wedding grace, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Ow. I don't know. Oh shit. That was like the most beautiful skill I think I've ever done. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Wow. Wow. Sweet. Yeah, I feel like I'm being a bother nowadays. Which, I bet you if I said that to any one of my friends, they would go like, oh, you're not a bother, like, dude, I love talking to you, or like, I love listening to you. Like, yeah, right. Only I can do that. Only I can like that. SMH. This is a really solid run. I used to really like using Raider just one-handing and like going like this, but I started to really hate this little moveset because it's so slow compared to like just doing like 1.5 times the damage at a quicker rate. And honestly, it's probably more stance damage to spam jump attacks than to R1 with his moveset. Wow, that went straight through me. Please reach. Oh yeah, we love the new buff. Oh. Okay. This guy has so much poise health, it's kind of ridiculous. This is such a chill session. There were some people who made an effort to talk to me today. Like, you know, something that I kind of want to start doing now is like not being the first person to say hi. You know? You know what I mean when I say that? Like, I don't want to be like the person who always starts the conversation. I want people to talk to me because they want to talk to me too. So this guy's really loud. Honestly, nah. I'll turn it back up for y'all. Because I watched my journal, and when I did that last time, it kind of made it a little more rough, and apparently it was just my headset volume that was making it like that. Ow. Okay, I might have to ult. Oh. Well played. Ah! Oh god. It's alright. I have like 5 more resurrects or something like that. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want to start doing recently. Like, I want to start... Like, it got me thinking of it when I was going to tutoring today. Like, I just say hi to all of my tutors first. And I say hi to every regular that I know who knows me first. And, you know, I kind of want to be seen. I kind of want someone to look at me and go, "Oh, hey, Nick." Like, that would just make my day. Oh, I'm not too ugly, you know? Like, I think I'm pretty good looking. Like, I love my hair. I've got long ginger hair. Curls at the ends, too. And freaking... I think I'm pretty fit, too. I'm probably like 160 or something like that. Pretty lean. I rock climb a lot. I got veins. I don't know. I don't think I'm too unattractive. It can't be looks that people aren't really talking to me. I mean, of course, I have to put in effort too. But it's the fact that I feel like I'm putting in effort and no one wants to say hi to me. But like when I say hi to them, of course we'll talk. But I want them to find me. The only people who really do that in my life, like that one lesbian girl, like she always like catches me. Not always, but like she catches me and she goes like, "Oh, hey Nick." Like, and then we talk for a bit. It's pretty cool. And sometimes I do the same. Sometimes I see her and I just feel comfortable reaching out to her because she always reaches out to me. Like, "Yo, what's up?" She's also confided in me for things, you know, and I confide in her for things. Like, you know, we're close. Um, I'm thinking about messaging her tomorrow, like, "Good luck on your busy day," because Wednesdays are her busy days. But she recently told me that she was, like, gonna start being bisexual or something like that, so I don't want her to think I'm coming on to her or something. So I might not send it. But I care about her. Honestly, I might not care if she thinks that. Like, I'm just, you know, I like my friends. Wow, I still have 15 minutes? Let's get this done. And then, we'll, like, theory craft some builds for Raider or something. That was a good run, though. Yeah, that was pretty good. After this recording ends, I might just go to sleep or something. I kind of want to shower. Like, I'm thinking, like, should I shower tonight? I didn't really do much. But yesterday, I didn't put shampoo and conditioner in my hair. So I think I have to shower tonight, because if I don't, then my hair is going to be pretty depressing tomorrow. But it's not like I'm going to do anything tomorrow where people are going to see me. Like, it's not rehearsal. I'm not going to see the tutor. We're not, like, practicing or anything. I'm not rock climbing this week, because my injury. So, I don't know. I just might not shower. I don't really feel like it. I don't want to deal with, like, fucking my hair. Whenever I shower, I really hate it when like my split ends just kind of come out, or my shedded hair kind of comes out and just is all over my hands, and I have to like ball it up and like put it on the shower catcher and whatnot, and then throw it away, and then it's all this effort. And then putting in leave-in conditioner is so annoying because then it's just the same process, but I'm not in the shower, so I can't get rid of it easily. And I don't want to send it down the sink drain because then it'll clog it. So I just kind of throw it in the trash. That's the only annoying part. Every single other part of having long hair is so nice. Like I love the way it feels. Like I've been rubbing it. I've been rubbing it this journal while I talk. Like it's so soft and I don't know. I just hated when I had short hair. I felt like I was really ugly with short hair, and it really ruined my self-confidence. Growing out my hair, like, look, my family tells me that, oh, you were so handsome with short hair. Like, all you're doing is hiding behind it. Fuck yeah, I'm hiding behind it. I love my long hair because it's like, it's kind of a shield. I kind of like that. They even mentioned that to me, like, stop using it as a shield. You know, girls like it when you're confident. But like, man, let me just have my hair. I like my hair, and it reminds me of my grandma, both of my grandmas actually, who are both passed on. It reminds me of my mom's side grandma, her name's Bobo. It reminds me of her because that's kind of who I get the hair from ultimately, I think. Because she had like long hair with curls at the ends, and then my mom had the gingerness. So I get the gingerness from my mom. And then my dad's side grandma, which is I called her Nana. She was like an advocate for my long hair because my parents would not let me grow out my hair when I wanted to for the longest time. Like I wanted to grow out my hair since like middle school, man. And then finally, like after like a few years of my Nana like just trying to let them do what I want, my parents finally let me, and they said you better take care of it, and I did. I took care of it, and I have long hair, and I like the long hair. And it's amazing. Although they've been trying to convince me to go short, man. I don't think I'll ever go back. In fact, I just want it to get longer. And they say that ginger hair grays sort of quickly, but that's honestly a pro. People say it like it's a con, but I think that's a pro. Silver hair looks cool. Like, or they could be saying like, what if it turns like brown and dirty? But like, honestly, I don't care. Like, because then it'll turn silver at some point. Like, I'll just I've said that I'm a pretty natural guy. Like, I'm pretty natural with my body. So, like, why should I even care what color my hair is? Like, if it wants to turn brown when I'm in my fucking 20s, like, fucking go right ahead. I don't give a shit. Like, do what you want. I'll listen to you. I'll listen to you, body. I got you. I also I will never eat like ultra processed foods. Like I've had Hershey's before. Like that's probably the most processed thing I've ate. But Pop Tarts, man, fuck no. I will never eat a Pop Tart. Or like, freaking. What else? I refuse to have drinks other than milk and water. I've had hot chocolate before. And I've had chocolate milk before. I've even tried. Okay, I've tried a pretty processed drink. I've tried strawberry milk. It was horrible. Strawberry milk is horrible. I've tried banana milk, and it's got a very unique taste. It's alright. Banana milk's okay. Um, those are the only two, like, sort of exotic sort of drinks I've tried. Um, yeah. Why is the screen shaking? Is there, like, something happening? Whatever. What else should I talk about? Tomorrow will be a busy day. I thought about doing some of the homework tonight, like late into the night, but I gotta wake up, and of course I listen to my body. Of course I'm gonna get my sleep. Recently I haven't been getting the best sleep that I want to though, and I've been, God, I've been having dreams about like all sorts of people, like two friends that I haven't talked to in a hot minute. Um, they always reach out to me, and then when I respond, they don't answer. Like, what the hell's up with that? My honors partner finally responded. That was something I was kind of stressing about because like she just left me undelivered for like goddamn 2 weeks. But I got my teacher to kind of send us both an email to kind of nudge her in my direction, and that worked. She like, oh sorry, I forgot to save your number, whatever. Pretty stressful. Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna have to do that reading tomorrow too. Fuck. So many readings, man. I don't want to fucking read for every goddamn class. It's so annoying. Can we just teach? Can we do all the learning in the classroom? You know? Like, ugh. God. So annoying. I will never do readings. They are so shit. That online class too, stats. Stats is pretty tough. I've been sort of just like using the web to help me with everything. Whether that's straight up looking up the answer or how to get to that answer. Which is like what I've been doing for the exams. Because I mean, if it's an online course, I'm gonna do that. Because it's so hard learning online. But I had no choice. Psychology statistics. It's in line with my major. I'm a psych major. Thinking of double majoring in math, but recently I'm kind of putting that idea on hold because of how stressed I am. Yeah. Then there's this girl who's like pretty autistic. She's on the spectrum somewhere. I know she has ADHD. She's probably autistic from like what I've experienced with her. Probably a few other things. Like she's very, you look at her and like there's some things going on. That I hope that doesn't sound mean. It's just like it's the truth. And she's been very obviously flirting with me. Like we used to just be like kind of chill with each other, but she's always talked to me about guys she's had crushes on and stuff. But recently, like, she's been like going like because she knows I've been doing math, and so recently she's taken up math. We're both psych majors, so of course maybe she's like I kind of want to hop on this math stuff because it helps you get into grad school. And she's last night or 2 nights ago, I help her with her math online and whatever, and I'm always nice, but then like she sends me a TikTok, which is a first, and she goes, "Need me a nerdy man with good style and music taste." Praying emoji. And then she goes, "Seriously, those are my only criteria as well as being good at math." And I said, "Math is the best personality trait. This is true." And then she continues by saying, "I can guarantee you that I am gonna find true love when I get my master's. Every time I meet a man, they just want lust." And, whenever I hear people like just stereotypes in general kind of piss me off. Like, and there are some classes that demand that I know of some stereotypes. Like, I hate labels so much. Like, certain labels. There are certain labels I hate. Of course, like, labeling someone as autistic because they're autistic is fine. But labeling all men as lustful is not fine. Or labeling all women as deceitful is horrible. Labeling all women as emotional is also not good. Labeling all men as apathetic is not good, etc. Labeling all LGBTQ people as something mentally wrong with them. That's horrible. That's horrible to say. That is horrible to say. So when she said, every time I meet a man, they just want lust. And I'm like, don't worry, like, all men aren't like that. Don't worry, not all men are like that. You'll find someone someday for sure. And she goes, I know, I just need to attract a man who wants true love. And that was sort of interesting to hear. She said, like, I said, like, that's one way to think about it. And I said that because, like, I don't know, all I need to do is just attract a man who wants true love. Like, that sounds pretty vague and, like, I'm not going to put in the effort sort of mentality. I don't know. So just, that's the kind of vibe I got. And then she said, So here's how exactly how it went. I wonder if it'll make sense to you. But I go, don't worry, not all men are like that. You'll find someone someday for sure. She goes, I know, I just need to attract a man who wants true love. And I go, that's one way to think about it. And then she goes, this is the confusing part, because I don't know what the fuck she meant by this. Because I can never talk bad about my homeboys. What? Where did that come from? I'm like, I appreciate it. I said, I see, I appreciate it. Like, that just came out of left field. Like, it kind of just, like, seemed unrelated to her wanting to attract a man who wants true love, and then immediately going, I can never talk bad about my homeboys. Even though you kind of just generalized all men to being lustful. At least all the men she's met. Which, that does suck if all the men she's met have been lustful. I, just hold out hope. I mean, okay. To be fair, in a previous journal of mine, I think I may have said something along the lines of, I don't trust any woman from my experience with Jessica. Or I think I said, like, I have trouble trusting women. Something like that. Something along those lines. Either of those two could be true. So, I guess I can kind of sympathize, like, her going, every time I meet a man, they just want lust. So maybe she's untrustful of guys because of similar situations. Yeah, put myself in her shoes. But to outright say that to a guy, like, she kind of just said that to me. I would never walk up to a girl and go, yeah, I have trouble trusting women. Like, that's just, isn't that rude? I don't know. I think it's rude to say that kind of stuff to people. I'm still thinking about my math tutor. Like, why does my heart still ache for her? Why? Like, I don't really even know what to talk about with her. Like, it's either just, like, something concerning the violin or just nothing. Like, when we hang out, like, there's casual stuff, like, but that's usually after we play violin that we hang out. And her roommates are there, so it makes it less awkward. I have started to think, like, what would I even talk about with her? Like, realistically, if I like her, right, this is hypothetically, like, okay, well, of course, God, fuck! Look, I've just been thinking, if I want to get to know her better, I will have to talk about things other than violin. I will have to get to know her in both small talk and what she thinks about this, what she thinks about that. Just like whenever. Like kind of like I kind of compare her to that like lesbian I'm super close with. Like with her, like shit. I can kind of talk about anything and, be kind of comfortable. But with violin tutor, of course I haven't known her for that as long as lesbian, of course. But the fact that I'm not even comfortable, like, saying, like, I have trouble even looking at her in the eye recently. Like, it's bad. Like, I get so, like, awkward. Why am I like this? Like, it's, like, kind of just her that this is happening with. Like, at least to this degree. And, like, I don't know, like, because I've kind of put her on this pedestal too, it's like, how do I even talk to her, I need to, God, fuck. But, whatever. Like, recently I've kind of accepted the idea that we will probably only be friends. Or at the very least have this teacher-student relationship. It's just, it hurts too much to kind of push into this. Like, and honestly, like, I'm not even in the position to do so considering my age, our maturity levels, like, or when I say maturity, I mean, like, sex experience and whatnot, rights purity test and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm approaching the limit of what I can talk here. I really enjoyed this journal. I really needed that today, so Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you, Journal. Bye.